Yeah, thank you, Zoom. Mute yourself. We are recording. Okay. Welcome everybody to our crash course for today. This is the Educators Hub, and my name is Praise God, the founder of the Educators Hub. So this crash course is a monthly affair. So for this month, we are talking about the teacher as a brand. The teacher as a brand. You as a brand. That's what we're talking about this month. So I'm going to start sharing my screen for us to follow. Teacher as a brand. Confirm you can see my screen. It's coming up. Okay, now can you see my screen? If you can, please confirm. If you can see my screen, confirm, please. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Ellie. So today we are, like I said, we are talking about you, the teacher, as a brand. How many of us have heard the word brand before? You're familiar with the word branding, as if it's even as if it's becoming a very about brand, brand. I want to build my brand. I want to build my brand. So we teachers, we too have build our brand. Yeah, we must build our brand. So today I'm going to teach us, it's a crash course. So briefly teach us how to position ourselves for professional visibility and influence. So we start with the uncomfortable truth. That's the visibility question. Yeah, like I said, many teachers they're so okay with the way they are, with the normal thing, with the status quo. They are not even interested. They don't even know that they have a lot to offer. Yeah. Many teachers are doing exceptional work. Many teachers are doing great things in their workplace, in their schools, in the classroom every single day. Many teachers, they are doing things that people will say, wow, this is good. But it's unfortunate that many of them are not visible. Many of them are not recognized. But the recognition most times just ends in the school. Yeah, ends in the school. They're not influential. They're not out there showing themselves. That is why we want to talk about this topic. Now, what is a brand? Quickly, let's just do a very quick talk of what is a brand. So I will start with asking, what do people say when your name comes up professionally? That's when people call you or when people remember you, what do they associate you with? That is the question you're going to start from. What are you currently known for? Like in your workplace, mostly in your workplace as teachers. What are you currently known for? What is that thing that when they need an assistance and they'll say, go and meet Miss Folashade, she will do it well. Not just what you teach now, no, but what you are known for. Yeah, what you are known for. That is a type of brand. And we're going to explain it further today. So I was saying that many teachers are doing great things, many teachers are doing excellent work, but many of them are, very few of them are visible. Very few of them are visible. Teachers believe that good work will automatically be noticed. Teachers believe that if you try your best, someone will notice you, but it's not always true. It's not always true. That's not a reality, especially right now. Especially right now that things are seriously changing. Things are seriously changing. That every teacher, you have no choice than to be out there. Yeah, you have no choice than to be out there. So, like I said that many teachers are lost. They've lost their influence. They've lost in fact, their voices are not even heard before we start talking of being lost. Many skilled teachers remain unknown. There are many teachers that are doing well, but nobody knows them. Just right there in their little corner. That's where people know them. Many teachers have great insights, great ideas that will move education forward. But unfortunately, it just ends in their classroom. Yeah, it ends in the classroom. It does not go beyond the classroom. When we understand that today's world, that's the current climb, the current reality rewards educators who are visible. Yes. It's only if you're out there that people will know you, that people will see you. Yeah, it's only when you're out there that people will see you. So that's the point or the idea behind this. So why this conversation is important? Why are we even having this conversation? Why are we talking about the teacher as a brand? What is it all about? What do we stand to gain talking about it? Like I said that today's professional world rewards educators who are out there, who are visible, who take ownership of their professional identity. And how can you take ownership of that is by being visible. Visibility is not vanity. Yeah. Visibility is not vanity, but it's how meaningful your contribution that you're making will help educators who need them, will get to those educators who need them. That is the idea of visibility. That is the idea of being showing yourself out there as a brand. So yeah, the conversation matters because like we started with, being seen and recognized for your expertise, that's visibility. Being seen and recognized for your expertise. Also for because of clarity, knowing and communicating what you are known for. Yeah. Knowing and communicating what you are known for. Education is so big, it's so big a topic that we all have our space to occupy. We all have our space to occupy. So it's only when you're visible that you can share the insights, that you can share insights that will help other teachers. Yeah. And it's only when you're visible that your voice as a professional will be heard. It's only when you're visible that people will know and you can be invited in those places that you really need to be. You can be invited for curriculum development. You can be invited for educational policies because we know that people that are coming up with our curriculum, many of them are not teachers. Many of them didn't even study education, much less being teachers. Yeah. So teachers that are known for something specific, teachers that are known for something that they are doing and they're doing it well, most likely they will be invited for great things. Be invited to speak at events, be invited to collaborate professionally, and many other things. There is this man that I know. I don't know if you know him, Mr. Olasukomi Okpeifa. Have you heard of that man? If you've heard of him, just comment. Just drop a comment. Mr. Olasukomi Okpeifa. Okpeifa. Yeah, this is his name. Yeah, I think he was one-time Multina winner or so. So that man is a brand on his own. Very jovial person. Very jovial person. Okay, you know him. Great, great, great. A very jovial person, but he's a brand on his own. He started from the classroom. Oh, he's from Ogun State. I don't even know where it's from. But when he started from, if you hear his story, he says that when he started as a teacher, he was teaching in a government school up till now. And you know that government school teachers, most times, nobody really valued them. They see them as like the bottom of the pot. So he told us a story one day when he went to visit, I think his in-law or so, with his wife. So when he got there, he wanted to introduce himself. He said that he just looked for one weird something to introduce himself. The person he was talking, I said, "See you. Are you not a teacher?" He said, but. Listen, I said, "I know that you're a teacher. You don't need to hide what you're saying." Now, ask him now what he is. He's so proud of himself. He's leading initiatives, he's speaking at events, he's organizing events. I mean, or events where teachers come in their hundreds because he decided to own his brand. Yeah. So what is branding? What is branding? Or what is a brand? A brand is what people think about you or what people think of when your name comes up in a room. What comes to people's mind when your name is mentioned. That is that is your brand. Anywhere you hear Dangote, what comes to your mind? Anywhere you hear Dangote, what comes to your mind? Think of cement, think of sugar, you think of salt, you think of pasta, all the things that he's doing. That's his brand. That's his brand. So what people think about you when your name comes up in a room, especially where people know, that is your brand. That is your brand. So it's a professional reputation. Yeah. The professional reputation it answers the question, what are you known for? That's the question it answers. So teachers are known, some teachers are known for classroom management. There's a man I know, his name is Mr. Okwe, I think it's Okpeyemi or so. His brand is known for classroom and behavioral management. Anywhere you see him, that's what he's talking about. Anywhere you see him, that's what he's talking about. Classroom management, behavioral management. So each teacher, as you are now, you can carve out a brand for yourself. You can look at education. Like I said, education is too wide, it's too broad for all of us to just be in one place. So you can find a space or a niche for yourself, carve out that niche and own it with your full chest. Some teachers are known for literacy instruction. There are some teachers that they teach children how to read. That any child that passes through them must know how to read. Some are good for technology integration, anything tech that will make teachers, make the job of teachers faster. Some people, that is their own. Some are also known for creative teaching, innovative teaching. That is their own brand. So this is just to mention a few. There are many niches you can occupy as a teacher. This is just a few. So what I'm trying to explain is that your brand is what you are known for. What people think of when your name comes up. That's your reputation. Yeah. Immediately someone calls your name like this, what is the first thing that comes to their mind? That is your brand. So let's go to the next. What is branding? Sorry. What is branding? What is branding? So branding is an intentional process. The intentional process, intentional being the operative word, intentional process of shaping and communicating your professional identity. That intentional process that you as the brand now takes to communicate your professional identity. That is your brand, or that is branding. That is branding. So it's about taking control of a professional narrative instead of leaving it to chance or leaving it to to what people will come up with. It's you now. I say that brand is what people know you for. Now, when you discover what people know you for, you as the brand now, you now intentionally shape that identity that you've created for yourself. So that is what branding is. Like I said, is intentional. You have to purposely do it. You don't just leave it to chance, because if you leave it to chance, chance will happen to it. So branding means clarifying your strengths and your expertise. You are demonstrating your professional capability, sharing your insights and knowledge, building credibility through consistency. Through consistency. Consistency being the operative word in that sentence. Building credibility through consistency. That credibility is very, very important. As a teacher, you shouldn't joke with your credibility. In fact, you should own it, protect it with every fiber of your being. Because once your credibility is taken away, there's nothing left for you as a teacher. So branding is not self-promotion or bragging. No, it's not self-promotion or bragging. It's just a way of shaping. It's not about inflating your resume or making yourself look better than you are. Yeah, you don't have to be all in all or be everything just because you want to project a particular persona, want to project a particular persona. So it's just professional positioning, making sure that you are genuine, making sure that what you're saying that you are or who you say that you are is really who you say that you are. It's not about confusing the people that are listening to you. It's not about confusing people that are watching you. Saying that you are this and standing by it. That's what branding is. Intentionally saying that you're this and standing by it. So why do teachers need branding? Why do teachers need branding? Why do we need to shape our professional identity? The first thing is for professional visibility. You need to be discovered as a teacher. You cannot remain where you are marking time. You must be discovered, not just by your colleagues and people around you now, by educational organizations that's beyond your school, by initiatives, by NGOs, by teams that attest or that lean towards your brand. That's why you should. That's why you need branding as a teacher. So you also need branding as a teacher because of career opportunities. You can have access to leadership roles, access to speaking engagements, access to professional development, and all those good stuff that has to do with you owning your brand. Another reason teachers need branding is for professional credibility. Yeah, professional credibility. There are some people that when you mention their name, they'll say, no, I can vouch for them that they will deliver. Yeah, that is the professional credibility. Yes. So you have to be recognized or being recognized by an expert, being trusted in your field. That is what professional credibility is all about. Being trusted, being trustworthy. It means that over time you deliver. And people that know you can say, no, this person, if the person says that he will do it or she will do it. So another reason why we need our brand or we need branding is because of influence beyond the classroom. Influence beyond the classroom, influence beyond your school, influence beyond that sphere, that place that you are. Because you can't just remain in a particular place and be the king there. At some point you need to step out of your comfort zone, quote, step out of your comfort zone and step into the next thing. So that your brand will make sense. So that your brand that you developed for yourself will make sense. You also need branding because of leadership opportunities. It's when you have a brand, it's when people know you. And people will invite you to come and speak to their teachers. People will invite you to come and speak to parents. People will invite you to come and speak to their students. Yes, that is what leadership opportunity is all about. So like I said, teachers that are visible are invited, most likely invited for important conversations. That is why we need our brand. Now, what do we mean by the teacher as a brand? The teacher as a brand. The teacher as a brand. We've already established the fact that we all need brand, or we all have a brand and we all need branding. So the teacher as a brand is always talking about is that a teacher is known for something specific. Every teacher, we are known for something specific. So we build our brand through these three interconnected pillars, and they all work together. The first is what you know as a teacher, your expertise, your what you can learning, your knowledge base, that thing that you can do better than others. That is the first one, The second one is what you do, that thing that you're doing as a teacher, that's what you do well, your classroom practice, your teaching method, your instructional strategy, and everything that you do to make things easy for you as a teacher. Now, the third pillar is what you share, what you contribute to the field, what you contribute to others. Maybe what you teach other teachers. Yes, what you teach other teachers, like I am doing now. That's what these are the three pillars of the teacher as a brand. Yes. So before you determine this, you have to ask yourself some questions. You have to ask yourself some questions like what do you care deeply about in education? What is that thing that that you really, really care about as a teacher? What do colleagues seek your advice on? What is that thing that all the time your colleagues are coming to ask you for assistance because they know that you can do it and you will deliver? Now, the third question to get your professional identity is what area of teaching excites you the most? What area of teaching excites you the most? So these questions will help you or assist you in discovering your brand as a teacher. Yes. So let's go to the next. The next is talking about discovering your teacher brand. Sorry. Discovering your teacher brand. Yes. So like I said, or like we are saying, your brand is already forming through what you're doing in the class. Those little things in quotes that you're doing in the class, you're already forming your brand. You're already forming your brand. Now the question is, that thing you're doing, are you shaping it intentionally? Are you shaping it intentionally, or you're just doing just because? That thing you're doing, is it shaping life? Are you putting it in a if someone asks you for a portfolio, you can identify teaching strength as a teacher. What are you good at? What are you good at? These are the questions you will think of or you think about. What is that thing that you
For the past
can do very
15
well?
years. We see height to buy because 15 years now.
Okay, so sorry for the interruption. So I was saying you identify your teaching strength, identify that thing that you can do well, that thing that you're genuinely good at, that thing that students and your colleagues also consistently respond to you when you're teaching, that method of teaching that you know that anytime you employ it, it works wonders. So that's the first. Then the second is you recognize your problem solving skills. Recognize your problem solving skills. Recognize the skills. Recognize the ways you solve problems in the class, the ways you solve challenges, the ways you solve a particular issue that, especially if it's recurring, the way you solve that particular issue. Where do your creative solutions shine? Because as a teacher, we do a lot of things. we are we are fathers for the men, we are mothers, we are dancers. We can even stand like this and come up with a topic on the spot. That is a teacher being creative. You can finish teaching a topic and along the line you will discover that all the things you said, your students do not understand you. And you cannot leave them. You must they must understand. They must understand. Now that thing you come up with right there, that is creativity. That is problem solving skills. Also, you notice what colleagues ask you for assistance. That thing that your colleagues are always coming to help ask for help from you. You can also use it to form your brand. Now, the fourth thing is identify your passion, what you love doing, what you love doing, what you love doing. That is, I think this is like this fourth one should be like the climax or the rope that ties the other three. Because if you know the first three and you don't love them, you don't love doing them, you will burn out. If you say let you start, you will burn out. So, like I said, these questions, they reveal your foundation, the foundation of your brand. Reveal the foundation of your brand. Know that your brand, your teacher brand, your brand as a teacher is authentic. It's peculiar to you. You and another person, you don't have it. It's just you. You and you yourself. It's only you that can pull it off. No other person can do it. That's one thing. So you and somebody cannot have the same brand. Even if you are talking about similar things. You can never have the same brand. So let's quickly do an exercise, a very short exercise that we need you to write out these questions. You think about the questions, then you complete the sentence. So can we do that? Let's do it for 5 minutes. Who's ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Write down answers to these questions. What one teaching strength are you confident about? What classroom challenge do you handle better than most teachers? What part of teaching excites you the most? Can we do that? Who is game? Who is game? Who is game? Who is game? We have 5 minutes for that. We have 5 minutes. Quickly. Who's ready to share? Share if you want to. We need to complete. We need to get our brand sentence. Our brand sentence. Okay. Anybody ready to share? Who has their voice? Anyone? Five minutes. Who is sharing with us? Who wants to share? Who's going first? Your brand sentence to help me know that all I've been talking about is landing. Who is sharing? Okay, let's hear what Miss Christina. Let's hear what Miss Christina has to tell us. Okay, she says she's a teacher who helps students improve in maths and English through simple and engaging online lessons. Wow. This is loaded. It is very heavy. Okay, you help students improve maths and English through simple, yeah, and engaging online lessons. Okay, let's hear another person's own. Who else has their brand statements to share, brand sentence to share? Let's take one more. Let's take one more. Okay. Let's have one more brand sentence. We're sharing. Okay, we're still typing. Okay, when you finish typing it, you save it somewhere because it's going to go a long way in helping you. Okay, moving on. Let's go to the next part of this our crash course today. Okay, somebody sent something. Let's read, see what is there. Okay. Let's read. There. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel. Okay, let's start from happiness. She says, okay, your ability to explain concepts. So what's your brand sentence? Your brand sentence is, she says that who helps students build confidence in English and literature, strong communication skills, and personal safety awareness through engaging lessons and practical learning. This your brand is strong. This your brand sentence is so strong. It has a lot of a lot of additions, a lot of that's great. That's great. Hope you're right. I hope you wrote this thing down somewhere because you're going to use it. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel. Okay, so he says he's a kind teacher who is passionate. Okay, so what's your brand sentence? We need your brand sentence that will tie all these things you said together. Okay, your teaching strength is you're passionate. Okay, about teaching teachers and learners. I've been teaching learners and educators. Okay, you help learners to master literacy both virtually and in classroom. You also help educators to gain more knowledge in lesson planning using Bloom's taxonomy. Great. So you are multifaceted. You talk to students and teachers as well. That is that is a very large brand, a very huge brand. Me, I talk to teachers. I don't talk to students. I talk, yeah. So to each their own. This is great. You have great brand statements. So I will need you to write it down somewhere because moving on from now on, is this brand sentence, this is your brand sentence now that will inform the way you show up. Yeah. Your brand sentence will inform the way you show up. Okay, we have another brand sentence from who? Okay, is a teacher who builds. Sorry. Okay, she says that she's a teacher who builds confidence in reading using the phonic sounds to help for correct pronunciations, how to speak correctly, how to pronounce words correctly. That's your brand sentence. And it's also very large. Who else? Miss Jessica says she's a teacher who helps students move from confusion confidence in French. A French tutor, wow, through interactive and enjoyable language learning. Interactive and enjoyable language learning. This is a very huge, another huge brand sentence. Another huge brand sentence, because when you look at it, you see that it has a lot of branches. So let's move on. So your brand sentence that you've written, that you've typed here, I want you to write it down somewhere, so that when you're showing up, when you're doing things, it will just be a guiding force. So that whatever it is that you do, that is not feeding this brand sentence, that is not feeding it, you just know that that thing is not for you. You know that it's not for you. So okay, now let's move on, moving to where the teacher brand shows up. That's the scope of teacher branding. Your teacher brand is not confined in your classroom. It's not just in your classroom. It should extend wherever you share your expertise, wherever you engage in professional conversation, whenever you contribute to the broader educational community. So it should not just end in your classroom. It should not just be not just your students and the school authority should know about your brand. All these things we've written, it should move to a broader climb, to a broader community. And talking about the things we are known for, some teachers are known for unique teaching strategies. They come up with teaching strategies that are just unique to them, just them that know it. They come up with lesson designs, they come up with instructional approaches that will, that they developed themselves and they also refined. Every teacher have their own. We know Maria Montessori. She's the one that came up with her own. It's her own innovation. And anywhere you hear Maria Montessori, we know what it's talking about. We know it's where children learn by playing. So that's her own innovation. Also, you can show your brand. Your brand can show up as when you give out teaching resources, like writing research work, writing lesson plans, writing educational resources that you can create and share. A lot of them, many educational resources are not just limited to lesson plans and textbooks. We have worksheets, we have a curriculum design, yeah, we have instructional design, we have learning design, a lot of resources that you can come up with as a teacher. I mean, as a teacher, not as a teacher trainer now, as a teacher. Also, your brand can show up in professional conversations. Maybe when you go for a conference or you go for a workshop or you just go out, find yourself outside, either offline or virtually. You can also showcase your brand by the things you say, the contribution you give to what is being talked about. Also, you can also mentor other teachers. Yeah, you can also mentor other teachers. You can mentor your colleagues. You can mentor new educators that are just coming into your school. You can mentor uh, younger teachers that are coming up, that are around you. Yes, you can use. You can also build capacity in your school. Things that that they have issues with that part of education that you're known for. You can also help them post articles, social media content, all those written contributions that will make your voice to be heard. So your influence should extend far beyond the walls of your classroom. Yeah, it must extend far beyond the walls of your classroom. Now let's move on to the place you should be as a teacher. In fact, place you must be. The platforms that you must be in as a teacher, like as a matter of necessity or as a matter of urgency or as a matter of you just have to be there. The first, like I see, it's now becoming something that everybody talks about now. The first platform on my list that I've always been saying is LinkedIn. LinkedIn. How many of us have heard of LinkedIn? Let me start from there. Let me not assume that we've heard of LinkedIn. This is LinkedIn. use LinkedIn? How many of us have heard of LinkedIn? How many of us are there? How many of us are on LinkedIn? How many of us are on LinkedIn? How many of us have heard of LinkedIn? I've heard of it and I'm on LinkedIn. I know that many people are there. I know that Miss Augustina is there. I know that Miss Jessica is there. Who else? You've heard of LinkedIn and you're on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a professional networking platform, not just for teachers, no, not just for teachers. As far as I'm concerned, it's LinkedIn teachers benefit more from LinkedIn than other professionals. As far as I'm concerned, that's why I remain there. That's why I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving LinkedIn for anything. So as a teacher, you should be there because it's a very serious professional networking platform. Many of us that are on this call know me through LinkedIn. Open an account, but you're not active, and you're a member of the Educators Hub. Interesting. We will see after this. You tell me why you have a LinkedIn account and you're not active. Why? And you it's all the trainings we are having. Okay, no problem. A networking platform found or knew about this. Just hop through LinkedIn. Confirm, please. Confirm if you can hear me. Please confirm. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I was saying, I'm talking of LinkedIn, that this is a professional networking platform where educators connect, where teachers connect, where you get to connect with other teachers, get to connect with school owners, with administrators, with educational organization, with parents. Yes, with parents. So that's LinkedIn for you. So you should consider, if you're not there, you should consider being on LinkedIn. If you're there and your account is dormant, you should consider resurrecting that account and doing something with it. So another platform that a teacher should consider being in is teacher communities. Teacher communities. We have a lot of teacher communities now. I think I should be in about 7 or so. Apart from the one I run, we have teacher communities. Any teacher community you see, that's what I say. Any teacher community you see, just enter there, be there. Be a number, but make sure that you're partaking. Make sure that you're participating in what is going on there, because one thing will lead to another. You must benefit from something that community is offering. Yeah, you must benefit from something that community is offering. So find a teacher community and plunge yourself in. Mrs. Folashade was saying that she knew about this event from a community that she's in. It's possible that both of us are in the same community. Maybe I tagged the community or someone else tagged the community. You see why, if she was not in that community, there's no how she would have known about this event. Okay, you can also another platform or another avenue that teachers should consider making use of is conferences and webinars. Conferences, webinars, seminars, events, anyone you see that is free or is affordable, you find yourself there. You plunge in there with everything you have. Once it's affordable, just find yourself there. So it can be in person, like we said, it can be virtual. Just present yourself where you can present, or where you can just learn and network with other educators, thereby broadening the people that you know. Collect phone numbers, collect email address, collect links, profile links, and make sure that you connect with people and network with them. Another platform a teacher should consider joining is any professional learning network. Any professional learning network. So there are some networks that are specific, focused on specific educational topics or specific teaching applications or teaching methods. Just find yourself there. Find yourself. We have many of them on YouTube. There are some that is dedicated to science learning. You find yourself there. Some are dedicated to language. You find yourself there. Duolingo is a very good platform that is dedicated to language. You can also find yourself there if you're a language teacher here. Yeah, you can find yourself there, make contributions. So you choose one or two platform, not choose everything, just one or two platform, and make sure you're showing up consistently. So it's better than you're everywhere superficially. Some days ago, someone left the educators hub. His reason being that uh he that since he joined the educators hub, that he has not learned anything, or that we've not given him anything, offered him anything. I don't even know where he was coming from. Because this is someone that he joined the educators hub this week. The following week he left. I don't know where he when he wants to when he wants to learn. We have crash courses. We have those that are on the hub. They are here. They can testify. We have crash courses. We have events. Yeah, we have programs. We have weekly challenges. We have newsletters are going out every week. And someone is saying that he has not gained anything. This person is not active on the hub. The person is not active. I, I don't even remember him. So when he left and came back and left again. I say, okay, what is the matter? Why is this person coming in and out? So that's why I now reached out. He now told me that he has not gained anything. That's how he left and left permanently. And I said, no problem. See you. Find yourself in a community that will serve or that will give you what you want before you come. Because what do you want me to say? So when you find yourself in any community, be sure that you commit to it and do your best to get the best from that community. So now, what are the tools that a teacher need? What are the tools you need as a teacher for your brand? Yeah, tools that strengthen your brand. First one, most importantly, many people don't talk about this, is your professional portfolio. Your professional portfolio is becoming a thing now. People just started talking about it now. Professional portfolio. Many people don't know about it. I've heard of professional portfolio years ago, but I didn't really put my mind into it until I heard about it early this year. I said no, that I have to look into this. Let me even know what it is. So a professional portfolio is a collection of evidence that shows how you teach and the impact of your work. Collection. You know what a portfolio is? Portfolio is like a digital suitcase. Yeah. So it contains collection of all that you've done. Maybe the more you can remember, that is written down, that has evidence. So it says collection of evidence that shows how you teach. So in your portfolio, that's where you have your teaching philosophy. That's your beliefs. That's when you have your teaching philosophy. That's when you have your sample lesson plans that you use that works for you. Yeah. It shows instructional planning. It shows that you really plan your instruction. That's the essence of lesson plan. That's also where you have classroom projects, activities, experiments, tasks that you and your students perform over time. Yes, that's where you have also student learning outcomes, certifications that you got as a teacher in the process of teaching, professional trainings that you are giving certificate for. This is where all your portfolio will be, and this will be all in your portfolio. You also have reflection on your teaching practice. That is what you've learned and how you've improved. Remember, anybody that remains in one place and is not moving forward, that person needs help as a teacher. You cannot hold on to something or hold on to a particular teaching practice and refuse to change. You know that as time goes on, as the day goes by, things are happening. Everybody is just jumping into one trend or the other. Your students are also changing. You as a teacher, you have no choice than to change. Yeah. So this is where you put your reflection on your teaching practice. How far your teaching practice has helped you, or why you decided to jettison your teaching practice. So a strong portfolio helps you to show your work, not just talk about it. Yeah, you talk about it, but your portfolio helps you to show your work. Now, the next two that we're talking about that will strengthen your brand is your CV. Yeah, your CV. CV is something that people just write just for writing sake. But CV is a very strong branding tool. It's a very strong branding tool. So it's more than list of jobs, or more than things that the jobs you find yourself in. It tells a story of your professional growth over time, your professional growth and your impact as a teacher over time. So any strong teacher CV, a strong CV should highlight impact. Yeah, it should show how your teaching improved learning or how your teaching improved engagement. Your CV should also show leadership, the things initiatives that you led, yeah, students that you mentored, projects that you started, committees that you headed or you were an ESCO in. They should all be in your CV. It should also demonstrate innovation, new strategies that you employed and how it worked, digital tools that you use, yeah, creative teaching methods that you employ in your class. You should also
ẹ̀wà mẹ́ta tó wà bí o tún ṣẹ̀wà jíṣẹ́ má tètè. Ọ̀yọ́ ló wọ̀. Ẹ̀wà yẹn pọ̀ débi. Èrò wa pọ̀ mọ́ lọ́la gbogbo àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké tí wọ́n wẹ̀ yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan.
So sorry for that. That was a very huge interruption. Yeah, so I said that your CV should show evidence of your innovation. It should show evidence of your professional development, trainings you attended, courses you went for, certifications you have. CV will just write it out, but all these things will be in your portfolio. You should also show your contribution to the profession. Workshops that maybe you presented something, conferences that you presented work, presentations, teacher communities that you're being impactful in. That's all should be penned or written in your CV as a teacher. So a well-written CV helps people to quickly see your strength and professional value. So the CV is just a quick, just like a table of contents that will now lead to your portfolio. That's the difference between the two. So your work should speak clearly for you. When your portfolio and your CV are well prepared, they're going to help others to understand you, understand your value, understand your work as an educator. So that is CV for you. CV and portfolio for you. So if you don't have your portfolio now, every one of us will start working on our portfolio as soon as possible. So final thoughts, just before we call it a night or call it a class. Every teacher already has a professional reputation. You're a teacher, so you already have a professional reputation. People already associate you with something. You have your teaching style. Every one of us have different teaching styles. Some use play, some use stories. Everybody have our own teaching style. You have your classroom management skill. You have your subject expertise. I cannot teach French. No, I can't teach French. I don't think I can teach English because it's not my expertise. Yes. And Miss Jessica, that's the French teacher, she might not be able to teach science, which is my expertise. You see? So you have your subject expertise, you have your attitude towards students, the way you interact with students, You also have your professional contributions. That's what you've contributed to the profession over time. That's just your brand. That's just your brand. So every teacher, you already have a brand because you're doing something. Whether you plan on having a brand or not, you already have a brand because you are doing something. You're not just existing. You're coming to class, you're teaching every day. Students are coming to class, they are seeing you. So the real question is not whether you have one because you already have one. The real question is your brand accidental or is it intentional? That is what you think about. This my brand. Is it accidental? Is this something that just happened by accident? Or is it something that people just came up with? Or is it something I intentionally built for me for now, today? So teachers who grow professionally, teachers who move professionally, they begin to define what they want to be known for. Yeah, they define what they want to be known for. They want to be known for a particular teaching strength, a particular learning approach, a particular classroom innovation. The last, which is also important, because you cannot just you cannot be teaching for over 3 years here and you don't have a professional contribution, whether it's in your little corner, yeah, maybe in your school or in that community where you are, but you should have a professional contribution. In fact, you must have a professional contribution because that is your brand. It will also make your work clear. So when your work is clear and visible, your influence as a teacher is going to expand. Just like Mr. Olasukomi. He started as a small, tiny teacher, but with time, he now developed his own teaching strengths, his huge voice in the teacher space, a very huge voice in the teacher space. Almost every teacher know about him. Yeah, almost every teacher know about him, especially those, okay, let me just say, most teachers in the south, in the west, know about him. Yes. When you come to the east, where I'm from, there's this man, we call him Mr. Chike, Teacher Chike. No, Teacher Njoko. I don't know if he's still alive. I don't know him personally, but that man is a mathematician. They say when there's no mathematics here that he will teach that you will not understand, no matter how slow that learner is. He will explain it and you must understand it. That we even use him as a sentence. We use it in a sentence, Tanjoko. I don't know him personally, but he's a human being. That's his brand. Yeah, that's his brand. So when your work becomes clear and visible, your influence as a teacher is going to expand. Now, another question, I think this should be the third question that we are asking is, what do you want to be known for as a teacher? What do you want? You're going home now, virtually. As you're leaving this place now, what do you want to be known for as a teacher? What do you want to represent as a teacher? So any question? We are done. We are through with the class. We just have conclusion. So any question? Any question for TMT? Okay, someone has dropped their brand sentence. So okay, Miss Cynthia says reading the French tutor certified. Like we have a lot of language tutors on the call today. Any question? Yeah, have a brand and you launch your brand. That's what we're talking about. That's the essence of this call. You need to launch your brand as a teacher. Or are you talking of another brand? Are you talking of another brand that you need to specially launch. But as a teacher, you have no choice but to launch your brand. That's why we are here. That's the reason we are here. We're not here just to talk. We are here to push you to identify your brand. Of course, you can. You started launching your brand. Are you not on the LinkedIn Visibility Challenge? That's a launch. You're launching your brand already. So you don't need to perform a particular type of ceremony to launch. That's launching. Showing up is launching. Any other question? Any other? You can unmute yourself if you're in a quiet place. Any question? If you don't have, just say none. No question. Okay, what do I think of your brand? Okay, yeah, let's see. Okay, let me see. Your brand statement. You're a French tutor, certified ESL tutor. Okay, your language tutor. Creative and encouraging ways for learners, for beginners and early year learners to feel free to learn and express themselves and also make mistakes without being afraid or scared. Nice one, nice one. But what do you mean by beginners? You mean adults? Beginning adults, because you also mentioned early year learners. Early year learners are already beginners now. Do you teach adults? But no, your brand is great. Brand is great. It's a very, very strong sentence. Creative and encouraging ways to teach your learners. Wow. Good at it. So, any other question? Any other question? If you have your question, type in it. Okay, early years from 3. That's great. Your brand is a very strong brand. Your brand statement is a very strong one, and I like it. I like it. I like your brand statement. So, any other question? Adults, that's you teach both sense. You teach both. That's a lot of work to teach adults. Congratulate you. So, do we have any other question? If I ask my own, yeah, I have questions that you go home and do and submit it later. So, let's look at. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel. So let's look at the questions for you. I have two for you, or two. Yeah, two questions for you. So I need you to identify your teacher brand. Now, the second thing I need you to do is you begin your professional portfolio. Yeah, you must not finish everything today. That's the professional portfolio. Just take your time and do it with mine. I've started. So don't be intimidated. So identify your brand. So you write a short reflection answering the 3 questions that are here. I'm going to make this assignment available. So if you're not on that platform, let me grab the link. I'll put it there. If you're not on the platform, join that platform, because that's where you're going to submit your assignment. So you're going to submit your assignment. Let me grab the link. Hold on a minute. Okay. If you're not there, please be there. That's where you submit your assignment. Once you submit this assignment, yes. So this is the link to that platform. Join now. Join now if you're not there. So I was saying that I will need you to identify your brand as a teacher. That is a very short reflection in your teacher portfolio. Teacher portfolio. Remember what we said should be in your teacher portfolio. Remember, so make sure that even if it's a skeleton of the things, make sure that something, that every head is represented. If you need templates, if you need a template on how to, for a teacher portfolio, you let me know, that I'll come up with one. This is your assignment, like I said, so that you just do it and submit. I will tell you when to submit. So now, like I said, we are done with our class, with the crash course. All that we've said, we're talking about as a teacher, yeah. You do, like I mentioned, LinkedIn, we've been on it and we've been in a teacher. So I'm inviting you, I have the authority now to invite you to join. I know member, so at least 1 or 2 things that them. I know my people and they know me. So you join the Educators Hub now too, so that you quickly and be part of us. You can also know about it and invite others to the way you are invited. You can also invite others. So this is the link. This is the link to join. There's a registration link. It's free. Free. Things we do, they are free. Thanks. You're very welcome, Mr. Samsung. I don't know your name. Things we do, they are free. Like this crash course now is free. It's not sponsored by anybody. So you join the Educators Hub. Do a summary. The recording will be available. This you can't go back. It's past time. This class is supposed to be now. So you join the Hub. I've sent the link. So we also have ongoing right now. Ongoing. Yeah, we have one that is ongoing that is going to end very soon. And we're also going to start another one almost immediately. That is, like I mentioned LinkedIn as a platform that you should be a teacher. Yeah. You just have to be. You just have to be there. When you're there, I just joined, can testify. Miss Jessica is here. Miss Jessica can testify that LinkedIn is one of the best places to be. So when you join, you will now come and thank me. You're very welcome. Even Mrs. Temitayo, she's there. So we have activities now, like I was saying. This one is starting on the 26th of April. So this one is for people that either they've never joined, they've been on LinkedIn, they opened account, left the account and ran away because they don't. Also, people that know what to do about it. So this onboarding is for you. Like I said, it's free. It's free. The onboarding is for you. This is for beginners, absolute beginners. If you've been on LinkedIn and you've chased you away. Yeah. So we have another one that is starting also the same. This one is April 1st. So this one is for those that they are like the OGs of LinkedIn. They've been on LinkedIn and they've been posting up with posts because some people have issues coming up with posts. Maybe they are having issues coming up with posts, issues in the knowing what to say. So this one is for those people. All these things are platforms, so that all of us will have the one that is for you. You join. This first one, the onboarding. After the onboarding, we are going to start a visibility challenge. Okay, the flyer is not here. We're going to start a visibility challenge, but that one will be in May. After this onboarding, the visibility challenge will be in May for 21 days. A visibility challenge is going on right now. It's going to end on the 24th. Cohort is going to start in May. So this is the second cohort. And it's free. This one is free. This one, the one of 30 days that is paid for. So we have the onboarding. We have this one. This one is from presence to influence. Then we have from profile to presence, which is like the beginning of everything. Do we understand the events? Do we understand the events? Should I go over it again? All these events on the platform. If you know the one that is for you, join.
Ma, please go
So
over
this
the
one,
events again.
all right, I sure will do. So I said that this onboarding is for absolute beginners. Absolute beginners, those that have either they've never been on LinkedIn before, or those that opened their account and ran away, like many of us. I did it too. I opened my account in 2019, left the account, I came back 2025. So some of us are like that. So it's either you just opened, you just want to join, yeah, or you are just joining. That's you're very new on the platform. This one is for you. After this one, we will now move into the LinkedIn visibility challenge. That one is for 21 days. The flyer is not here. That one is for 21 days, and that one is titled from profile to presence. Yeah, from profile to presence. That's the title of that one. Then immediately, like I said, that the cohort one is already running. Miss Precious, you're there. You're in that cohort one. So after that cohort one, this is the next one. This is the one that is paid for. This one is 30 days. 30 days. So this one is for those that have been on LinkedIn for a while, yeah, maybe have posted. At least they have presence now. They have followers, yeah. People are following them. People are reading their content. So this one is for those that people are reading their content, but they need to make impact. So this is from presence to influence. This is from presence to influence. So do we understand? Like I said, we have three. This is from presence to influence. So did I explain well, Miss Precious?
Yes, ma'am, very well. Thank you.
Thanks. to the end of our crash course today. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for not leaving me hanging. Thank you for showing up for yourself, most importantly, not for me, for yourself. Thank you for choosing to make impact. Yeah. Thank you for choosing to make your voice to be heard. Yeah. Thank you for taking the time to learn, time to reflect, and the time to grow grow each and every one of us. Yeah. I myself also grew. So I believe that today's session shaped you. Okay, Mr. Samsung. Please, what's your name? Let me not call you Samsung. What did you say I should do? Did I promise? Hello? Please, can you remind me of what I promised I would do? Your work matters, your voice matters, your contribution matter. About you matters. So because you can't remain where you are, take a step. You have to take a step. And remember to be intentional about what you want to be known for as a teacher. Gone are the days we introduce ourselves as I am just a teacher. No. Now we have to change the narrative. We are not just teachers. We are nation builders. We are impact makers. We are life transformers. All those good things that you want to be known for. Yeah, that is what we are. So we're not just teachers. No, we're not. It's before. We're not just teachers. So my name is Praise God, also known as the Multifaceted Teacher, TMT, the founder of the Educators Hub. So if you're not on the Educators Hub, do well to join us. Like I said, it's free. Things we do there are free. In fact, most of the things we do there are free. We have activities. The activities we have this year, no teacher should miss it. No teacher. This year is the best. This year is going to be the best for you. Yes, you will get everything that you need, at least major as a teacher. So, Mr. Sorry, I don't know your name. I'm going to call you Mr. Samsung again. What did you say? Stop recording. What did you say I should please do?